EAFC 24. Is it good? Yeah, in EAFC 24, you play football. I've been playing FIFA, now named EAFC, since FIFA 98, and over the years I've had a real deep love-hate relationship with this game. Over the years they've built up the game full of great modes, and it's not just 11v11, like Volta. This is basically FIFA Street, smaller pitches, less players, with nice arenas and courts to play on. However, playing online is pointless, as getting XP in Volta is the quickest way to get XP for your club's character, which is a different mode. So when you try to play a game, you are guaranteed that at least half, if not all the players, will be AFK farming XP. The worst part about this is the XP you get is guaranteed. 800 XP for a win, 500 XP for a loss. EA could easily fix this AFK problem if they made the XP gains performance based. If you play well, score goals, make good passes, then you get XP. Miss every shot, don't move for the whole game, don't pass the ball, get no XP. So this mode is a complete write-off unless you play offline, which I found boring. I mentioned clubs earlier, which is a rebrand of the previous year's pro clubs. This is where you and up to 10 other people can face off against 11 players. Each player plays their own position, and this is and always has been my favourite mode since it was introduced. You can play with a minimum of 2 players and the rest of the spaces will be taken up by bots, unless someone wants to play as any. But the best experience is when you've got a few players on a team, all with players built specifically for the position they're in. You can get XP from doing training sessions each week where you can earn up to 4,000 XP, which is great for getting practice in if your teammates are not online. While I'm talking about training, this game has a great learn how to play, which is good at teaching you the basic fundamentals and all of the advanced techniques you can use in this game. I've got a friend who's played FIFA consistently every week for years, and even I was able to teach him a couple of things after finishing all the training courses. Now there's the controversial Ultimate Team mode, where you collect players' cards to create a team. I've never understood the appeal of Ultimate Team, but this year I've got really addicted to it. This is for a couple of reasons. There's lots of objectives which will reward you coins or card packs to open, and there's lots of timed objectives and events which also pay handsomely. But if you're short on time, it can often feel like a chore and you're just going through the motions to get rewards that can sometimes not be worth it. There's also manager career and player career. As someone who doesn't like looking after the financials of a football club, I still don't really like manager career, so I tend to avoid it. And the player career, I don't really see the point, as it's just offline pro clubs. That said, I did try a goalkeeper player career, which I thought would be fun, but I was always being penalised for my team's success. If my team was playing well, and I didn't have to make any saves, the game was constantly warning me, like, you're gonna get substituted, just because I wasn't getting the ball. The gameplay in EAFC 24 feels like it has the bones of what could be the best football game ever made, but it's let down by weird physics, player glitches, and changes to gameplay from game to game. Some games, the game can flow so fast and the players control the ball with skill and ease, and then in others, they'll control the ball like they've never seen a football in their life. With the ball bouncing off their shins, knocking it far away from themselves, it's really annoying. Also, running on the ball, some games they'll run so naturally with the ball, like a professional footballer, and other games they'll run on the spot like Scooby-Doo, who's just walked off the edge of a cliff, in order to take one touch. It's very frustrating. I really don't know how or why the game has these gameplay changes. I also know that it's not lag, because I have these issues both in online and offline modes. I will mention the lag, because this is the first EA football game I did not lag once in over 400 hours of gameplay. That was impressive. The game's music soundtrack is great as always, and there's been quite a few that I've added to my playlists on Apple Music. The commentators sound so robotic and repetitive, and they'll even say stuff that doesn't make sense. You'll get smashed 8-0, and they'll be like, I have no idea how they didn't win the game today. Like, there was no chance of me winning. I got battered. Unfortunately, the game's full of bugs and glitches, from visual errors to menu errors, which, admittedly, it's getting better with every update, but it's nearly February, which means we're probably only 7 months away from the next release, so it really should be in a better state by now. That was EAFC 24, and I give it a 6 out of 10.